Come on. One more time. Pull up on them. How y'all doing this morning? Hold on for a second. Let's get it. Y'all know what it is. Wake it up, wake it up, wake up those paws. Oh yes, we got those cold fingertips going right now. That's right. Let's get it woken. Let's get it woken. We got to get ready for the show. And then we got to shake it off. Doot, 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 doot. How's everybody doing this morning? It's your boy Bugatti NYC. And like I always told you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Welcome to our bottom line. What you guys got going on this, what is it, Wednesday, Tuesday, that's right, y'all, 2025, the second. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC. This is our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that, and that, where we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that. Just got me pissed. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing this morning? Let me get this camera straight so everybody can tune in and see the screen good in the back. How everybody doing today? It's your boy. Yeah, we made it another one, y'all. We made it for another one. That's right, another episode of The Bottom Line, our bottom line. I'm sorry. Still remembering that old title. Forgot that we changed it. But yes, I'm hoping everybody's doing good this morning under the sound of my voice out there in YouTube land. Hope everybody's doing great. What we got going on? Who we got in the building? That's right, Kendra, Grand Rapids, already know. Good morning, Grand Rapids. Who else we got up in here? I see, we got a lot of love. We got a lot of love. Who else we got up in here? Come on now. Come on, Batty Lynn. Oh, yes. How you doing, Batty? How you been? How you doing this morning? This fine morning. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody slept well, because I know I did. We got a really good show under the clip today. You guys, I got to just let you know, today is going to be a really good day for us. We have a new title, and also, you already know, today is what? The day of liberation for the United States of America, says Donald Trump. Yes, this is supposed to be our day of liberation. So we're going to see what happens after this. Supposedly, the money's supposed to be just raining in. Hallelujah. I said raining in. Remember that. Raining in. Hallelujah. Money raining in. Yeah, it's gonna, that's what we're supposed to be getting, right? A whole bunch of money coming, because they're saying that these tariffs are supposed to put some money in our pockets. So we will see, because right now, we're actually the ones spending the money right now at the pumps and at the supermarket. So hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I have a lot to go into. Again, please remember, when you chime in, you let us know where you're chiming in from, so I can make sure that I got content from where you're from. We definitely make sure that we do that. If you guys notice, we always try to make sure we got good content from everywhere, so that we can keep relevant with all of our followers and all our supporters. Wanted to thank you guys, because we're that close to becoming 30,000 subscribers fat. We're almost at our 30,000 subscriber mark, and of course we're going to keep on moving past then, but I'd really like to get to that point first. So without any further ado, how do you get to that point, Bugatti? You gotta get to work. That's what you gotta do. So without even playing around, without any further ado, it's time to get to work. So let's get into it. Let's talk about this title right here. What we got here? We got Trump says April 2nd is the USA Day of Liberation. Today is April 2nd. Today is our Day of Liberation, says Donald Trump. We're gonna see how that stands up. Moving forward to other subcategories, we have Europe says they have a strong plan to retaliate and will use it. As you know, tariffs are coming in, like I just said under the first title. So what's the responses? Yes, that was Europe's response right there. And we also have some information directly from the UK that you're going to see in a clip moving forward. Other subcategories, what do we have? The government cracks down on taxpayer-funded mortgages for illegal migrants. Want me to say that one again? Want me to say that one again? I will. the government cracks down on taxpayer-funded mortgages for illegal migrants. I don't even think I even have to play that clip, but I'm gonna play it anyway because I know you guys want to see it. And last but not least, after 40 plus years in business, fellas, I'm sad to say, Hooters is going out of business. They have filed for Chapter 11. Or should I say, okay, guys, that was just a little joke I wanted to pass on to y'all for this morning. But without any further ado, because I had to bring some funny before this clip that I'm about to play, because it's not exactly funny. We've got a response to President Trump, who basically said that he's going to bomb Iran if they don't comply with breaking down their Nuclear Arms Act. And they're responding right now. I want you to see what Iran, the Ayatollah up there, is basically saying in response to President Trump saying that they're gonna bomb Iran. Here we go right here. This is breaking news, actually, as you see it, overnight. We've been working, y'all. We've been working. I just pulled this, actually. Wanted you guys to see this because it's top of the morning information and it's important, so let's go.
Overnight, Iran's supreme leader issuing a new warning to the United States after President Trump threatened to bomb Tehran. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei warning that America will receive a strong blow if it acts on President Trump's threat over negotiations on a new nuclear deal. News Nation's Tom Dempsey has the latest from Washington. Tom, good morning to you. We're starting to really get a clearer picture here of the president's plans to turn back the clock on Iran's nuclear program.
That's right. Good morning, Mark. Some big comments coming from President Donald Trump, who says that if Iran does not make a deal to rein in its nuclear program, the United States may resort to bombing the country. He made these comments during a recent interview with NBC News. Obviously, a lot of attention on this, with President Trump putting it bluntly, quote, if they don't make a deal, there will be bombing, and it will be bombing the likes of which they have never seen before. But Iran's own president says the country has no plans to directly negotiate with the United States, writing, quote, we don't avoid talks. It's the breach of promises that has been caused issues for us so far. They must prove that they can build trust. But President Trump made it clear over the weekend he will not back down.
And we're going to either have to talk and talk it out, or very bad things are going to happen to Iran.
I would prefer a deal to the other alternative, which I think everybody in this plane knows what that is. And that's not going to be pretty.
During his first term, President Trump pulled the United States out of a deal with Iran that put strict limits on Iran's nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief. But concerns have grown about Iran developing a nuclear weapon. President Trump sent a letter to Iran's supreme leader pushing for a deal after the UN's nuclear watchdog group, the International Atomic Energy Agency, reported earlier this year that Iran has accelerated its production of near weapons-grade uranium. Now, Iran insists that its program is for peaceful purposes, but really adding a lot onto the tension right now, Marky, is recent United States strikes against Houthi targets, with the United States accusing Iran of providing money and weapons to the terror.
Yeah, so that's basically breaking news overnight, what the response is. And like we said the other day, remember the last time Trump said something in response to Iran, they immediately get back. Even when he sent the letter and said, first he sent the letter and asked them to let's negotiate and talk about, you know, about your nuclear weapons, your weapons, arms, and making nuclear weapons. They said, no, we don't want to negotiate. This is them doubling down right here. Also, they're supporting the Houthis with ballistic missiles and drones. So that's just basically like an annex war that they're trying to run through, similar to one that we also know about on the other side, right? Not going to go into that too crazy. I got to move on because I want to stack this deck, see what you guys have to say after we get a couple of more clips played. We've got another situation right now at the Supreme Court as they want to hear challenges to Trump's executive orders, at least 3 of them. I believe one of them is going to be for birthright citizenship. There's probably going to be another one for what Judge Bozeman is trying to do when it comes down to imposing a halt on the Aliens Enemies Act. And I really don't know what the other one is. So I want to look at this clip too to see what see what these things are. They don't mention them, but I'm sure that they're gonna bring them up right here. Again, guys, let me know where you're chiming in from so I know where you guys are from so I can make sure that we are bringing up information from locations that you guys are at. Okay, surprise a lot of people at the White House. Where we're at right here. Yeah, I want to bring this up right here, guys. Right here. Just want to make sure I got you. Gotcha. Yeah, here we go. Almost made a mistake. Here we go. Let's go.
On multiple challenges to President Trump's new executive actions as early as this week. The White House filed emergency petitions on 4 of the president's policies, resuming deportation flights under the Alien Enemies Act, ending birthright citizenship, ending education department grants, and the legality of firing of thousands of federal employees are all on the table. Let's bring in ABC's Devin Dwyer to break it down for us. Devin, a federal judge also just blocked a policy allowing the deportation of migrants to countries other than their own without giving them notice and a chance to argue against their removal. So how do you expect that to factor into the ACLU's argument against these deportation flights?
Yeah, there are 2 separate cases that are playing out this week, Diane, and there is so much going on this issue of deportations right now. But federal courts are really taking a close look at how the administration is sending people to El Salvador. We've all seen the pictures of those alleged gang members. Donald Trump has talked loudly about getting them out of the country, but the real legal questions are, how is this happening? Is the administration following the law? The most talked about case, of course, the one that's going to be back on Thursday, was those 2 plane loads of people about a week or so ago where the president sent them down there with, under the Alien Enemies Act with very little to no due process, sweeping up people alleged of a crime, sending them out of the country. Yesterday, we took a closer look at this other case where the administration is now prevented from sending people to El Salvador if they're not Salvadoran, without any notice or any due process. A judge said that they have to get that. And already just yesterday, the administration sent 7 Venezuelans to El Salvador. And so we're trying to find out today, Diane, whether the administration may have violated that judge's order. So separate cases, they speak to each other, but just underscores how unusual this arrangement is for the government to be sending people to another country to be held in prison.
Well, I hear all the time where they send criminals to other states just because, like when you go to the Federal Bureau of when you go to jail for the Fed, they don't always send you to the state that you live in. They might send you to a whole nother state. So what's the difference when it comes down to that? Let them sort them out there. Whatever, y'all. Yeah, what y'all think? Do y'all think that they need to not going to court as far as going to court? I'm not saying that they don't deserve their day in court. What I'm really trying to say is let them get out of the country, because some of these other countries do not want to accept the people that they've actually let out of their countries. And then basically let them migrate from over there, because they ain't supposed to be over here in the first place. So what do you guys think about that? We have 2 things on the board right now. One is the situation with Iran that I'm kind of really fearful from when it comes down to wars and nuclear missiles. And then we have this situation here with 4 Supreme Court cases that are coming up. Again, it seems like every time the administration tries to implement something, there is a judge or someone that's trying to fight back. Not trying to say that that's not a good thing, but guess what? It's going to hold things up and it's going to hinder process. Due process is definitely good, because even myself, I definitely think that due process is due to everyone, everyone, every human being. So when it comes down to that, that's one thing. But when these people are actually committing crimes that are sent away by a judge that probably told them that they should not come back into the country, these are the people, again, I want to make it clear to you, these are the people that I'm speaking about, not the people that are not, somebody that got off their job, that they pulled off the work line and they're sending to Venezuela. I'm not talking about those people. Those people, I do think that they deserve a day in court. What do you guys got to say in the comments? Batty Lynn says, unfortunately, I do think that the situation in Iran is going to end up in a war. I do think so as well, Batty. The sad part about it is, no, but actually I hear a little bit of negotiation possibilities in there with what the Ayatollah did say. He said that they are interested in talking, but I guess they don't trust the administration. That's what they're really trying. That's what he's trying to insinuate. At Batty Lynn says, I agree. That was Kendra Walker. Cole Rowe, they need to stay out of Trump's way, says Cole Rowe. We've got Frederick says, right, when I was in the feds, they sent me to Lewisburg Pennsylvania, from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right, sir. He said they'll send you anywhere. I mean, like, what's the difference where they send you at? I don't get it. We got what else we got up in here? We got co-row fans. You thank you Bugatti in New York by tapping the like button up too. Okay, I don't want to give too much of my own opinions because I love when you guys talk, so we have a really good dialogue going on here. Gary Ford says Ayatollah Khomeini, a job that no one wants, especially the next in line. That's what Gary said. I'm gonna just tell you guys like this. He is a very hard, just like China. They're really hard to negotiate with. They'll, like, you try to negotiate with them, and it's like, no, we don't want to do that. But then they'll do like these sneaky things, like, pay for the hoofties and give them all types of missiles and things like that, and then attack all of our ships and stuff, like when they're going through the Black Sea, USS Harry Truman, or other oil tankers that are trying to carry, oil, gas and oil through those areas that have to make all these other alternative routes to go around. That's pretty ridiculous right there. Pretty ridiculous. And then that costs more money, don't it? And then it's going to come where? Who going to have to pay for it? Us. Right? So it's like, negotiate some kind of way. Again, I don't mind them getting their money and living in a harmonious way. But what's the beef about? And then when somebody keeps on slapping you in the face, you have no choice but to fight back. And that's what I kind of see when it comes down to the constant attacks, when it comes down to what they're doing to our ships, as well as innocent tankers and people just trying to send regular merch over the seas. It's ridiculous. I want to keep on going right now because we got a lot more in the clip. Kristi Noem basically went to meet with a lot of the presidents of these countries that we're talking about. She said she had a really good meeting. It was very productive, as well as the fact that she wants to explain, and I think this is a good clip so that we can actually get an understanding of what is Kristi Noem's responsibilities in her position? What is she responsible for? She actually said it, and I was real surprised because some of the things that she said, I didn't even know that she was responsible for it. So I want to bring you guys up on this information too. So let's get it. What we got right here? We got Kristi Noem right here. Let's go.
Gang members are members of a terrorist organization, which is exactly how President Trump is approaching MS-13 and TDA as well.
That's Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem on her recent trip. She joins us now. Thank you for having us at the department.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here today.
First, I want to ask you about President Trump. He said the attacks on Teslas. Do you see that as domestic terrorism?
I do, and it's an act of violence, and it has ramifications on community members, and at times has risked people's lives. I do see that as an act of domestic terrorism, and we certainly have a president who's willing to use his full authorities to go after people that choose to destroy people and communities and businesses in the way that people have.
I want to talk to you about your trip. El Salvador, Colombia, Mexico. What did you take away from that?
Well, my task as Homeland Security Secretary is to secure the homeland of the United States of America. So I have jurisdiction over every person that comes in and out of this country, every product that comes in and out of this country, and everything that transpires over the internet. Talking to these presidents of these three countries was very productive. I had a conversation with the president of El Salvador about the TDA members that he accepted and took into his CCOP prison. We toured that prison, which I'm sure you are well aware of.
And
that was
some of the most striking images from that trip of you touring that prison. Just the image alone, was that sending a message?
Yes, people need to see that image. They need to see that the United States is going to use every tool that we have to make our communities safer. That is a consequence of someone who is a terrorist. The president has declared Tren de Aragua and MS-13 as terrorist organizations, and the president of El Salvador has as well. The only people allowed in that prison are terrorists. And to tour that and to look at that was giving the American people the transparency that they want out of their government. They were able to see exactly where we're sending these people who have murdered and raped Americans.
Do me a favor, you guys. We get up real early to do this and pull this information. We'd like for more people to get the content. In order to do that, we need for you, our watchers, our viewers right now, to hit those three buttons, get that like button, hit the like button. What that does is it sends a signal up to YouTube. They send it out and say, hey, guess what? The bottom line got something going on over here. Let's get more people over there to watch the show. We've got 14 likes with about 200 almost 300 something people in the building. So let's make the ends justify the means. We don't ask for money because we got coffee in the kitchen. We'd appreciate it though. Any tips help. But we'd rather get those likes up because it's looking a little crazy right there. So we're gonna pause right now just for a second so you guys can run those numbers up. And also, you already know, Batty, you already know, Kendra, what they gonna do. Run, 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 because they don't like to give up likes, right? Just because they don't like to give up likes, right? And then what we do, bang, hit them with another one. They be like, damn, we missed what? Ha ha. But the people that have been here and that know the show, y'all already know what it is. We got much more in the clip. We ain't even nowhere near the end or the middle. We got a long way to go. Hopefully you guys appreciate what we got over here. Stay in the community talking about what we have going up on the clips. And again, do us a favor. Let's get those likes up to let everybody else know what's going on here. I appreciate you. Let's get this clip done. I got much more for you.
That have decimated communities, and there's going to be consequences for individuals who continue to do that. My conversation with that president was, will you take more of these terrorists? And he said, absolutely, we will. We will take the worst of the worst and make sure that they're facing consequences for what they've done to your country.
I think there's a lot of people who look at this, Madam Secretary, and say, yes, get the bad guys out. But they want to make sure that the people that are rounded up and taken out are really those guys. There are some allegations from activists of media and immigration attorneys that a few of the people you sent to El Salvador via the Alien Enemies Act are not members of criminal gangs, or that they might not be. Do you see those as credible at all? And if you found out, would you work to take them out of El Salvador?
I trust our intelligence agencies and the intelligence individuals that are within the Department of Homeland Security, that the individuals who are there are members and a part of this organization and have worked with them. And while we were there at that prison, we not only talked about how to identify these members of these terrorist organizations, but what they did, their actions they took, the case files we built on them, and how we verified that those individuals should be there in that prison.
So you're pretty
we'll
confident.
continue to do that. I am. I am very confident in the fact that those individuals that are there should be there, and that by belonging to these organizations, they were choosing to be on the side that wanted to destroy the United States.
From the videos and the pictures that we all saw, I'm talking about they was fully tatted up, unless that was from a tattoo club. Every single one of those dudes had tattoos all over their bodies, and they were basically like ready to go. So I don't know what everybody else is talking about, but from what we saw, looked like they was ready to get it in. All right, y'all, I want you guys to see some more information right here. We got this straight from the White House. Again, right off the press. Come on, let's go.
How many countries will be affected? What type of tariffs will be imposed?
Then President Trump is calling Liberation Day. His new tariffs are...
Today, Liberation Day. I'm not holding back. Let's get into it. Right now, let's go.
Expected to go into effect tomorrow, and he's set to announce the details from the White House Rose Garden.
Madeline Rivera is live at the White House with all the details. Hey, Maddie.
Hi, guys. Good morning. Yeah, there are still some key details that we don't know, including how many countries will be affected, what type of tariffs will be imposed, will it be a universal tariff or individual tariff rates for each country? These are details that we are waiting on. Senior administration officials tell Fox that this is all very fluid and that the president might not make a decision until right before April 2nd or the morning of April 2nd. The White House says the tariffs will correct unfair trade practices as they accuse other countries of ripping the U.S. off.
For the first time in decades, probably since I was a college student, we're going to see fair trade, and everyone will have the opportunity to lower their tariffs, lower their non-tariff barriers, stop the currency manipulation, stop subsidizing labor, stop subsidizing, stop providing cheap loans.
The president is also betting tariffs will eventually pay off for the American worker because they say companies will be incentivized to build their products in the U.S.
And where we at right now? Right here. Still today. We still don't know what's going on, y'all. We still trying to figure out where we're at right now with these tariffs. Today is the 2nd. So all I can say is, y'all ready? Because it's about to come down.
I call it a lot of different names, but it's really, in a sense, it's a rebirth of a country, because how we could have afforded to do what we did, we help everybody, and they don't help us. I really the term I like best probably is the liberation of America. It's the liberation of this country.
Where we're at right now, again, with the wars, with the tariffs, where we're at right now, we have no say so. And right now, it's the second. It's literally hours before, 6 o'clock our time? Today we're going to find out if he's going to just go ahead and say, all right, let's impose the tariffs or let's not. And then also we got to remember these are negotiations, just like before when they were negotiating and other countries came back and say, hey, okay, this is what we're planning on doing to try to stop the tariffs, or we are going to abide. So again, right now, y'all, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Today is the day. What do y'all think gonna happen? Do y'all think that we're gonna get these tariffs to be imposed and they're basically gonna cost us more money? Or do you feel like other countries are gonna come on in and try to just say, you know what, we're gonna do what you guys want us to do, which is, reciprocal tariffs as well as, lower tariffs and try to make business flow much better. Again, myself, I'm glad it's today, personally, because the simple fact is now we're going to see what happens. Just like that, we all get all built up to the fight, the great championship, the NFL Super Bowl. Now today is like the Super Bowl. So we're all sitting here trying to figure out, okay, let's see who's going to win. And now we're going to just see who trades where the numbers lie, and the bottom line is going to come down to us today. That's where we're at with it. And all I can say is, hopefully, finally, at least we know. Sometimes you need to pop the pimple just to see what the hell is inside of there to make the swelling go down. I'm in the comments, y'all. Let's go. What we got over here? We got Rushman, the Tucker. No, they did not, Tina. That's another left-handed lie. I don't know what you're talking about there. Cole Road, they did not admit they made a mistake. They did not. They're investigating, but they did not say they made a mistake. On what? What are you guys talking about? From what I heard, the story was fake news, and the guy has a kid, but he was a leader of a gang as well. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Natalie says, claiming the tattoos aren't gang related. I didn't do that. I was joking. I said, what are they, part of a tattoo gang? Tina Franklin, they have now admitted that they made a mistake in deporting a father who was protected. I didn't see that. Tina, I didn't see that. That's probably what everybody's talking about. Cole Rowe says, hit that like button. What else we got over here? We got right. I don't know how you can look at young men who obviously come from a gang background and be like, yeah, they're innocent. Keep them in our country. I don't even. I agree with you. What's that? Lozenge? I agree with you. Come on. Love, hit the double tap that like button, y'all. Kendra said hit that like button, y'all. Kendra, one of our major supporters, one of our members and subscriber. She said tap that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up to let everybody know what we're doing. Cole Rose says, it's free to hit this channel's like button. Say thank you from Bugatti NYC. Dedication to bringing you content every single day. Yes, we do this every single day. Let's get the rest of this, y'all.
And the president is meeting with trade advisors. They're supposed to hand him a series of high-level trade reports today, which could influence his decision. Lauren, Steve Ainsley, and Brad.
Today is the second, y'all. So like I said, we're going to find out about that. But, of course, we got to keep on moving along. Why? Because it's a lot more in the clip. Let's go. Now we're going to talk right about what Vladimir Zelensky and trying to change the mineral deal. You guys remember that the offer was that they were going to stop the war. We were going to go over. We're going to get the mineral rights so that we can, make our chips and do whatever we have to do and kind of like get some of our monetary back. Because the UK's deal with Ukraine was what? It was a loan. Our deal wasn't. And I'm not talking about the amounts because many people here have different, ideas of what the amounts were. Many people say that the amounts of monetary that we gave wasn't $350 billion, as President Trump says. A lot of people says it was in weaponry, it was in strikers, it was in different things. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'm talking about the fact that our monetary was given kind of like a grant and not intended to be as far as an investment, kind of like everyone else's was, like the UK's. So right now, Trump's talking about Vladimir Zelensky saying all of a sudden he wants to double back on the offer of giving us the mineral rights and saying that only if he's allowed to get inside of NATO. So this is what Trump has to say when it comes down to that part right there, and that is a direct pushback in a renege of a negotiation, because that's basically what he was promising. He was promising that he was going to be giving the mineral rights to Donald Trump and to the United States, and now all of a sudden he seems to be doubling back. Okay, guys, let me find this for you real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Where we at right here? Where we at? Sorry, guys. Where we at? Where we at? Still on these tariffs. There's so much tariffs over here. I'm so sorry for you guys. Hold me down. I might have to keep it moving on this one. Let's go.
For $350 billion. They have no idea because they gave it. We don't, because Biden is an incompetent president. And he should have asked for rare earth, or he should have asked for the loans to be guaranteed in some form. That's what Europe did. Europe is in for probably $100 billion. And we're in for $350 billion. So we're in for more than 3 times. And now you could make it a little bit less than that, but it doesn't matter, whatever the number. We're in for substantially more than Europe. We could be in for $350 billion. They have no idea because Biden wasn't a good bookkeeper except for himself. And what happens is we made a deal for rare earth. It was all done. And I heard through you, I haven't spoken to them yet, but through you I heard that they're now saying, well, I'll only do that deal if we get into NATO or something to that effect. Well, that was never, number one, discussed. Number two, I think it's going to be long before Putin, they said you're not going into NATO. And it could be, that's probably the reason the war started, actually.
We're hours away. So now what do you guys think about that? Now, again, he even adjusted the numbers because he wasn't going to be definitive of what he was saying about the numbers, right? Number one. Number two, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that Zelensky is basically reneging on the mineral deal right now? Because if he said that he was going to do it and now he's saying he's not, or he wants to add some more things to the deal, isn't that kind of going against what you promised? I want to know what you guys think. Time to get in the comments. I did enough. I done showed a bunch of clips. You guys should have a whole bunch of questions and comments for me. Guy says, morning Natalie, morning Kendra's from Guy. Morning Guy, how you doing? Think that NVIDIA and Plantrum will survive this week above 80 for NVIDIA and 70. Okay, what else we got here? Biggie Man says, okay, what else we got here? Healthy says, we will get you out of the hood. Okay, cool. Do that. Exactly, John. What else you got over here? Jody says, good morning, sir. You have a wonderful channel and you keep truth on point. God bless. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that, Jody. Justin says, have a seat, my boy. You're making me anxious. Okay, cool. Chad C. not only deported him to the torture jail, they can't get him back. Legal immigrant, El Salvador. Okay. John says, when you buy a product, make sure it's made in the USA. Kendra, gloves up. Thank you, Kendra. Michael Scribner says, judge not less than he, but judge something I heard a time or two. We come out of China, says John. I don't know what you're talking about with that one. Justin says, I'm hoping everything works out in regards to the tariffs. It's time to revitalize the middle class. I do too. I want to see what happens out of this, to be honest with you. John says, for America, buy America. Philip says, winners gonna win, great value on sale. Kendra says, talking about at Tina's comment, love blue. That's right. Justin Michael says, that's all they have, Rushman. Co-row, America, love, celebrate. All right, y'all, we're going to keep on going right now. We got to keep on going with this and finalize. You already answered that one question. I have so much more in the clip that I need you guys to see, and we got to get to it. Again, when you tap in, let me know where you guys are tapping in from. I haven't had a chance to see any states or any different countries so far. I want to be able to know where I need to be looking for information tomorrow. That's how we do it over here. I don't just do information vast, far, and wide. I want to get some information from where you guys are at, so the next time that you hear, you're like, oh my God, he actually did some research on my state, my country, my town. That's how we get down over here, so that we can have dialogue. But now we're going to go ahead and see what this EU Prime Minister is talking about with what? Tariffs. And now she's saying that we're supposed to be friends. But now guess who's going to feel it at the pump and at the supermarket? So now, yeah, the EU, we have not heard one peep from them the whole time. Now the EU's prime minister, she got something to say. Check it out, y'all. Check it out. What she got to say, we about to find out right now. She basically, you know, I ain't even going to tell you. I just want y'all to see this right here, what she has to say. So I queued it up to exactly the point that I think that made sense for us.
Denial of market access or the IP theft.
Sorry.
Great. The new GoDaddy app.
Woo! I need somebody to help me with this.
To help small
video
businesses easily reach thousands of
Let's
customers.
go.
When the dream of a united Europe began, it started with a very simple idea. Let's create one single market. Let's break barriers, take tariffs down. That is what made us strong. Because our companies grew, and so did the ties that bind us together. And then in the same spirit, we worked with partners across the world, including the United States. We built strong connections that we believed were unbreakable. And trade brought more than prosperity. It brought the idea of a shared way of life. And with commerce, our partnership has also grown. Countless are the friendships across the Atlantic. And because of this collective experience of the last, almost 75 years, so many Europeans feel utterly disheartened by the announcement from the United States. Let me be clear, Europe did not start this confrontation. We think it is wrong. But my message to you today is that we have everything we need to protect our people and our prosperity. We have the largest single market in the world. We have the strength to negotiate. We have the power to push back. And the people of Europe should know that together we will always promote and defend our interests and our values, and together we will always stand up for our Europe. So far, the US administration has announced a 25% increase of tariffs on imports of steel and aluminium, cars and car parts. The next sectors facing tariffs will be semiconductors, pharmaceuticals and timber. And tomorrow we expect another announcement with so-called reciprocal tariffs that will immediately apply to almost all goods and many countries in the world. Of course, there are severe issues in the world of trade, without any question. Overcapacities, we know about the imbalances, we see unfair subsidies, denial of market access, or the IP theft. And I hear Americans when they say some others have taken advantage of the rules. I agree.
Right here.
We also suffer from it. So let's work on it. But tariffs across the board make things worse, not better. Tariffs are taxes that will be paid by the people. Tariffs are taxes for the Americans on their groceries and their medication. Tariffs will just fuel inflation, exactly the opposite of what we wanted to achieve. American factories will pay more for components that are produced in Europe. This will cost jobs. It will create a bureaucratic monster of new customs procedures. And today, nobody needs that, neither in the United States nor in Europe.
Okay, that's what I wanted to be said, because that's their plan if just in case these tariffs come in. Because basically, they basically saying that they're going to hand it right over to us, the consumer. We gonna pay the tariffs, but now it's gonna come straight to y'all, the consumer. So now at least we know what the UK is saying. They're going straight right at us like, look, y'all do this is what we doing. I'd rather be dealing with people like that so I can know what the hell they plan on doing. What do you guys think about what she just said? Okay, here we go. We got Spaz over here that says, bro, who are these bots spouting blatant nonsense? Tell me who they are and I get them out of here. That one single country still thinks it can do it all. That's a good one. That one was none of your business. Do I know you none of your business? What else we got? Natalie says we need to get these people to the table, and he's doing this to bring manufacturing jobs back home, is what Natalie says. Welcome, Hearts from Houston, Louisiana, Oklahoma, East Tennessee, and Colorado Springs. Kendra, thank you. Welcome, everybody. John Coleman, For American, Buy American. Do me a favor, you guys, if y'all appreciate the content, because you see, we had to dig to get that, because we need to get some answers. Do me a favor, let's try to get those likes up so everybody know that we got what we got going on over here. We got 296 people in the building, something like that, if I'm correct. Don't worry about the coffee. I got the coffee in the kitchen, but just try to get those likes up so that we can let more people know that we over here on the bottom line. What we got going on over here? We got 36 likes and we got 265 people in the building. Oh, we definitely got to get those numbers up, because I got some real bangers coming up right now. Some stuff that you guys need to really know about this Social Security stuff. So I really need y'all to go ahead. We're going to take a pause for the cause. Do me a favor, you guys, if y'all appreciate the content, and if you've been here longer than 5 minutes, that means you like where you're at. So all you really need to do is boop, 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 press those 3 buttons over there, hit that like button, also subscribe, turn on post notifications so that people know what we got going on over here at 6 o'clock at our bottom line. We come here every single day. We pull videos and we have great content going on in the comments where everybody can say what they feel about the content that we're bringing. I always say that I want you guys to tell me where you're from so that I can make sure that I have content in the clip that relates to you and where you're from. Oh my God, that's up the block. It happens a lot. So do me a favor, just for the hard work. We get up at 3 just to make sure that the clips are right. Then we make sure that we get it going at 6 o'clock. It's now moving forward even into that time. We'd like you guys to show your appreciation by going on ahead and hit that like button, because I want you guys to see right now what's going on with Social Security, even if you're not at the age of Social Security right now, because it's under fire. If you're going to work, you don't just work for your savings and for your family. You work with the hopes that you're going to be able to get a Social Security check, right? Because what the hell are you doing it for? And the bottom line, right? What are you going to work for, right? So we need to know what's going on now and moving forward with Social Security and what the new processes are. As of April 12th, there's going to be a lot coming down that you guys need to know about with your grandparents, the elderly people. You might need to be helping them go to court. Go change go to the Social Security office, because if you can't go by online anymore, you have to go in person. Check this out.
That impacts more than 70 million Americans. Major changes coming to Social Security. Tonight, we are going step by step through what you need to know to make sure that you get your benefits. Now, while President Trump has vowed to keep the payments coming, major changes are coming to the Social Security Administration, and major cuts are coming to those working for SSA.
Our consumer investigator Hank Winchester is live at the Social Security office in Highland Park. And Hank, there's a concern some of these offices may soon close.
And Damon, that concern is valid because many are closing across the country. Here's an important date we all need to remember. April 14th. That's when some of these changes go into effect. For example, if you are getting benefits for the first time or you have a change to your direct deposit, you'll have to make your way inside to this office to make those changes, or the office nearest to you. Now, some seniors say they are worried with all the cuts to the administration. They feel like their benefits could soon go away, even though President Trump has said over and over that is not going to happen. Still, there are some big changes you need to know about. Ask almost any senior.
Frightened, don't know what's going on.
And they'll tell you they have concerns. Does it worry you?
Yes, and my extended family.
President Trump has said Social Security is not going anywhere, but the method for you to collect that check is in fact changing, and that worries many people I spoke with today.
We aren't sure what's happening right now with Social Security. I'm hoping that things will calm down a little bit. You know, everything's kind of up in the air, it seems like.
Claudia tells me she's worried.
I'm very concerned that
if some Social Security offices close and access becomes even more difficult to real live representatives, It could make it hard for people to verify their identity.
Just by closing offices and taking down phone lines and taking down online access and firing workers, I know it's going to be more difficult. It just makes sense that it's going to be more difficult.
Right now, about 70 million Americans collect Social Security. The president says he's not touching it, but the agency announced plans to cut about 7,000 employees. SSA also saying that recipients would no longer be able to change direct deposit or other banking information by phone, claiming it could lead to fraud. Instead, they'll be required to hop online or visit a local office.
Y'all ready, right? This is what's going down. April 14th. I made a mistake and said 12th. April 14th, this is what's coming down. And then moving forward, let's just say that we keep on paying attention to this moving forward, especially people that's going to be retiring soon or looking forward to getting some sort of benefits from what they're trying to do. Hopefully, and a lot of the stuff it will implement a lot of the functions. When it comes down to cutting 7,000 employees, that's going to cut down a lot of the processing time and dealing with people that's on Social Security. Phone calls. Then now you have to go there in person, unless you can go online and do it yourself. And not a lot of elderly people know how to go on the internet unless somebody's going to help them. What you guys got to say about this? Because it seems like it's getting a bit difficult here. Faith says, with no taxes, tariffs, wiki. What we got here? Mr. Good Citizen says, we had schools and roads before there was an income tax. What else we got here? Spaz says, it is cutting SS fixing our country? Question mark. We've got, what else we got? We got humongous. It should be updated and streamlined to make it more efficient. Yeah, okay, I get you on that. I like that. Kendra says 349 people in the building, only 52 likes. Let's go ahead and double tap that like button and get that stuff up, get those likes up. None of your business says no taxes. Who builds roads and bridges and who is paying? What else we got here? Oh, you got a lot to say, Mr. Good Citizen says. The funny part is if the government lets you keep all of the money, they would take for Social Security and you were able to invest in your own, you would end up with more money for retirement. I think you're right about that. And the sad part about it is when we go to school, regular class, we're not taught how to invest. What we're really taught how to do is go to work. If we're taught how to invest, that would make a lot of sense, Mr. Good Citizen, because then we can invest our own money, right? That makes a lot of sense right there.
Back out here live, and this website is important. I put it on the Help Me Hank page at clickondetroit.com. If you can't physically make your way into an office near you and you do have changes to your bank account, your routing information, you have to hop online to that website into your portal to make those changes. Unclear how many offices will be closing across the country and right here in Metro Detroit, but we're told we'll have that information later this week.
It's Metro Detroit. Shout out to Detroit in the building, always showing love. Detroit, what's good to my people out in Detroit? We had to make sure because, hey, if it's happening in Detroit, it's going to happen in your town soon. Just like this. How would you feel if you go to work every single day and you busting your butt and you paying rent, right? You paying rent to stay somewhere. And your rent is expensive. Like my rent in New York is ridiculous. Don't even make sense. It's highway robbery, right? But next thing you know, you got somebody that's like, guess what? The federal government has made a program for immigrants to get free mortgage. And the taxpayers pay for it. Did you guys know anything about this process? I said this about maybe a month ago. And I'm so glad it's finally coming out. But the way that it's coming out is even more making me more happy. Why? Because it's ending. Because the government says, you know what? There's no more federal government funding. Taxpayers going to be paying for mortgages for illegal immigrants. How about you pay for some American people instead of giving our taxpayer dollars to pay for illegal immigrants' mortgages? Are they crazy? Big shout out to the person right here who gave this $5 tip. Thank you so much. 111BKLYN. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Y'all should get like 111, y'all. Learn from that person right there. Real talk. I want you guys to see this clip though. I don't mean to hit you below the belt. I don't mean that. But good looking BK111. We really appreciate you for the donation. We thank you so much. I want you guys to see right now the federal government finally cracking down. I was on the internet. I gotta say this. I was on the internet and I saw where they were advertising this entire apartment complex and all of these illegal immigrants were living there. And I'm like, who's paying the rent? We were paying the rent. Check this out, y'all. This is ridiculous right here. And it's finally coming to an end. When I saw this, I had to let you guys see it because it's a smack in the face to everybody that is paying for them and we don't even know what's going on with our money.
The federal government is cracking down on taxpayer-funded mortgages for illegal immigrants that were allowed during the Biden administration through the Department of Urban and Housing Development. Joining us now to discuss this and more headlines on the Hill is Washington insider Armstrong Williams. Good morning to you, sir. Happy Monday.
Good morning.
Last week, HUD Secretary Scott Turner announced that the agency had terminated FHA mortgages for illegal immigrants, saying, quote, "At HUD, we only serve 1 out of 4 Americans that we should be serving, and that has to come to an end. And so we're not only making it a priority, but we are making that our only priority, that American citizens will benefit from hardworking American taxpayer dollars." Armstrong.
No, I got to keep on this right here. HUD said that. At HUD, we only serve 1 out of 4 Americans that we should be serving. That's HUD. So they ending the FHA mortgage program for illegal immigrants. Can you believe this? 1 out of 4 people that HUD services is American. 1 out of 4. And we paying the taxes for them. Check the tip. We paying their mortgage. What y'all got to say? Natalie says exactly. What we got? Natalie. I'm going in these comments right now. I know you guys are hot on this. How were they getting our government funding? They were given Social Security numbers, benefits, says Natalie. Faith says we should help one another. Yes, Faith, I love that. Mr. Good Citizen says most of what money government collects for the poor and needy doesn't make it to the poor and needy. But maybe 15% might make it there, Mr. Good Citizen. But that other 85%, we don't know what. It had to go through bureaucracy. Jaborn says, probably a good political spin. Chris says, I stand with illegal immigrants. Okay, Chris. Jeremiah says, they still try to tell us that it wasn't happening. Okay. Spooky says, this man in the suit sold bad tires. He conned my poor uncle, sold him bad patch tires. Okay. Hershey, LOL. Chad, not true, mister. Faith says, Mr. Good Citizen, you are right. Natalie says, exactly, mister. They don't even communicate in the government. It's a joke. Chris says, he's spreading lies. Okay, Chris. Roger says, so we need to do things like start taking actual actions like every available person with the time. We organize, pick a date, and bring anybody on Social Security to the offices to overwhelm them. Ooh, that's crazy right there. That would be bananas.
HUD also says it's really unclear just how many illegal immigrants as well as non-permanent residents obtain these FHA-backed loans. What do you make of this?
Just imagine coming to this country with nothing, and all of a sudden you're illegal, and you got your mortgages guaranteed, you got the down payment, you taking the risk, and this nonsense that they're going to pay them back. How are you going to pay someone back if you're not working? I mean, come on. It should have ended long ago, but these are the kinds of things that the Biden and Harris administration did in the dark that's finally coming to light, and that is ending as it should.
And that is what HUD's doing right now. Anti-Israel activist and Columbia University grad Mahmoud Khalil is fighting Armstrong for his release from federal custody, but you say the government's case against him just got stronger after it was revealed he lied on his visa application. Tell us more about this.
He lied about many things. He was a part of UNRWA. Remember UNRWA? That was funded by us and many others, and they were literally helping to plan, attack, and were part of the October 7th attack on Israel. And guess who was at the center of it? He was the political action guy, Mr. Mahmoud Khalil himself.
And we also stopped.
Woo! That was a bonus for y'all right there, y'all. We're going to get into that tomorrow because y'all already know we got to dive into that. But yeah, what do y'all think about this illegal immigrants actually being able to get mortgages paid. Things that we call the American dream. We call it the American dream. The White House, the house, don't even matter if it's white, with the picket fence, the family, the dog running around. But we work our butts off to get to that. And then all of a sudden, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. They cross the border just like this, how they always do. Because I don't care what nobody say. When I see them coming in those convoys, this is what I see. Y'all see other stuff. I see a middle finger up, and I see them walking like this. We gonna take advantage of y'all. We gonna get over there and take all y'all resources. We gonna just play y'all like suckers. That's what I see. And guess what they did? All day suckers. Played us like all day suckers. And I gotta call it what it is. Yes, the Biden Harris administration, they didn't know their asses from their elbows. And maybe they did. And they did it on purpose. Because I think they tried to stack the deck to fatten up the party and then get a whole bunch of people to go vote for them. Hey, you know we the ones that gave you those houses, right? You know we the ones that let you come over the border, right? Vote Democrat. Yeah. Keep us in. Didn't work, huh? The hell out of here. Trump, get him out of here. That's one thing I'm for. I got to fix you guys up. So in every episode, I got to let you know. Not a Democrat. No. Not a Republican. No. Not an independent. No. I'm a human being. Yes. And I don't listen to everybody 100%. Not even my mama. Even though I always love my mama, cause she's my favorite girl. Only get one, yeah. Back to the show, I want to ask you guys one quick question. What do you think about taxpayers paying for illegal mortgages? I'm on it right now. That's the only thing I really want to know, because it's a smack in the face. It's a smack in the face. When they come over here, they get the resources, they stack the schools. Maybe it's already 20 kids in the school, but now because of laws, they got to have the kids in schools, right? So now they got all these bilingual kids in school that don't even know English, and the teacher's not bilingual, but they got to sit there now, right? And the kids ain't getting no real education no more, because now the teacher, she ain't nothing but a damn babysitter until 3 o'clock. And the kids ain't really learning nothing, which keeps what? Keeps them dumb. Let's call it what it is. I'm in the comments now, y'all. Let's go. What we got here? We got, I will always have sympathy for people that are actually fleeing horrible and unsurvivable situations. Roger said that. Yeah, all right, Roger. Whatever, Roger. Kat says, I want that put back into our kids. Toby says, illegal mortgages. Yep. Janet says, spooky oodles, sorry about your situation, but this is not the place. Okay, Toby says, a human dork. What else we got? He stole his dead... Oh, you out of here. Boom! So he just called this off. Out. Spooky out of here, y'all. I guess Spooky was one of them trolls, but he's gone. What else we got? We got Queen that says, somebody has nothing to do but troll this man's page and say dumb shh. Where are the moderators? I already got him. Spooky's out of here. He's definitely gone. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Sometimes, you see, I don't have moderators. Let me say this quickly, and I know y'all wanna get to the clips, and we have more. Don't leave. I'm gonna just explain something about these moderator thing. I was gonna ask two of my friends today to go ahead and moderate, but the way I normally do it is they tell me who's acting up, and then I get them out of here. So because we don't really need to just have everybody getting chopped up for just joking. I don't mind people making jokes. I don't mind people having their opinion. So sometimes when you have a mod, they might, kick people out for having their own opinion or being too strong about what they're saying. So I like to leave the chat the way that it is. But if we catch a bot or a mod, you see how you guys just told me? That's the way that we do it. You guys are my co-hosts. This ain't my show. I am the host that runs the videos in this part. Y'all are the ones that keep it going. Because what I'm going to be doing, standing here watching videos, talking to my phone? No, it don't work like that. The only way it really works is with you guys. So when y'all tell me, Bugatti, This one, stick his head up out the hole. Here I come. Bang! And he out of there. That's it. Don't worry about it. We get him out of here quick. And then, and especially if 4 or 5 people are saying that person's name, I'm not even going to ask them. I'm gonna just get them out of here. So that's the way we do it most of the time, you guys. But what are we doing about these mortgages? What are we doing about these mortgages? Mad Hatter, we got your back, bro. Definitely, I know you got my back. Good, got the ghost. What we got? Gerard says, give the benefits to the brothers and sisters. That's right. Natalie says, agree, baddie. What we got? Faith says, amen, Brian Crimmins. All right, what we got? We got Coro. Thank you for cleaning up this awesome chat. Oh yeah, it's not a game. He gotta go. He's gone. Spooky gone. Spooky gone, y'all. Well, remember said, Smokey dead. Smokey dead. Spooky gone, y'all. We ain't got to worry about Spooky no more. Spooky up out of here. Batty Lynn says, if we stop playing for the illegals to live here, we could help out our homeless. Batty, this is our sentence and we're going to say it. Let's go for it. If we would have taken all of that money that we gave to illegal migrants and to Ukraine, I feel that we could have at least alleviated over 70% of the homeless around the world. We gave away a lot of money. If we would have just took that money and said, hey, let's put that towards homeless, let's put that towards the vets, and then it would have made our country stronger, our people stronger. How about that? Anybody ever think that way? Give it back to the vets that earned it? Anybody ever think like that? The ones that helped us get here to be who we are, that fought for the country, like my dad. That's why I don't play around when it comes to no vet. Mess around with a vet, you might get punched in the eye. Hey, who did that? I don't know. But we're going to keep on going, you guys, because I want to show you guys what I was telling you guys for the last few months, how my city, New York, it's a city of chaos. We have no policing. Our police force is very weak because we have a weak government. Our governor is very weak. She doesn't know her ass from her elbow. Our police commissioner last year was the Department of Sanitation's commissioner. Do you guys hear what I'm telling you? Commissioner Tisch was bumped up from being the Department of Sanitation's commissioner to now being the commissioner of police. How would you feel if you've been a police officer for many years and all of a sudden the commissioner from the trash company, sanitation, comes and now she is your boss? You're going to quit, right? Number one. Number two, then you got a mayor like Eric Adams. Number three, you can't get rank because once a cop touches somebody, oh my God, I'm suing them. And then the cops can't defend themselves. So being a cop in New York, not worth it no more. They leaving and going to other places. But check it out what's happening. So now they're doing lowered expectations when it comes down to the police force. You don't have to be as smart. Don't have to have a college degree, anything like that. Now the police that we get, rookies, 17 years old looking, some of them can't even fit their damn hat. How you gonna fight somebody when you can't even fit your clothes? Or defend somebody, or take somebody down? These things should be considered when you're getting hired for a job instead of DEI. How about that? Due to the fact that we have this crazy situation going in my state of New York, we've got a few rookies who decided to, let me just tell you, because they have SA charges now coming against them. Check this nonsense out. And I'm talking about rookies, first year on the job, and they just decided to get indulging in some stuff that they basically should not gotten involved in Queens. Check this out.
Officers arrested were assigned to walk the beat here on Roosevelt Avenue to rid the area of open-air prostitution. However, their arrest is once again putting the problem under the microscope. Barely 2 years on the job, 2 NYPD officers accused of betraying the badge, allegedly victimizing the very people they swore to protect.
They do what they can to stop it, and for them to take advantage of it while trying to stop it, that's just insane.
Justin McMillan and Justin Colon allegedly stole keys to a brothel operating on 89th Street and Roosevelt Avenue when responding to a prostitution complaint last summer. Then prosecutors say the rookie cops returned 8 hours later on duty and sexually assaulted a worker.
Now, tell me that's not something that looks bad for the badge. You go to a brothel to investigate something. You steal the keys and you come back 8 hours later and you SA one of the workers? Ridiculous. But this is the caliber of police that we get in New York, you guys. This is what we're dealing with. Let's keep on going.
The fact that a beat cop groped a sex worker is horrible. It speaks to the further corruption in New York.
The two cops had nothing to say in court Monday at their arraignment and have been suspended without pay by the department.
This unfortunate indictment that was announced today will bring more attention again to the need here.
2 months after Operation Restore Roosevelt Avenue culminated with Mayor Eric Adams touting it as a success, our camera caught open-air sex solicitation back in the notorious crime-ridden corridor.
Someone decided to pop a cork earlier than they should have. They need to come back. We need them now, and with the warm weather coming, it's going to be bananas.
So what they do is, I'm going to tell you exactly what they do in New York. They'll bring the cameras out. They'll say, hey, we just put 250 police in the trains, right? They'll let them go down there for 3 to 4 days. Next thing you know, they're gone. And then the criminals is right back. Doing what they got to do. Same thing they just showed you. They cleaned it up a few weeks ago. Now the SA workers are right back. You got to be consistent when it comes down to stuff like this. And then when you have a weak police force that's not really going to be enforcing anything, out there getting their own freak on, what we dealing with here? What type of police force we really got here? Oh, but let me shut up. I still live in this city. What you guys got to say about this? Let me see what you guys got to say about this. Masked dad had a child with his, okay, whatever. Jeremiah, how do they not get arrested? Andrews Among Us says, Elizabeth, I believe that. Chris says, I stand with Canada only. Wayne says, why can't we say what we want? Mad Hatter says, pop a cork, LOL. Yeah, they popped the cork too early, Mad Hatter. I like the way you always stay on point, too. My opinion, Trump robot. Okay, Lunchbox 191111 says, Chris James, good stand elsewhere. Wayne says, why do we have to censor our words? Okay, what else we got here? We got Elizabeth Turner, not trying to be rude. I've worked with homeless for years. We have 3 new facilities for homeless housing. You'd be surprised how many excuses not to go. Biggest issue is rules. Okay. Tom says it's not a big deal for your president, so why is it a problem for your police? Philip says USA built Israel. Faith says, oh my God, that's bad. Chris says he says I stand with illegal immigrants. Chris, I heard you said that a couple of times. You keep on saying it, we're gonna think you're a bot and you're gonna get up out of here. Because now I need to show you guys something else. What's going on in Bangkok? Have you guys been following what I've been showing you? How these buildings have been just crumbling, looking like the day after tomorrow, that movie. Have you guys seen what was going on over here? These buildings are literally collapsing. If I lived in one of these skyscrapers, I would be so scared. I'm already scared of heights. Only heights I mess around is Washington Heights, Brooklyn Heights. Yeah, I ain't messing with no heights. I don't mess with heights. Check this out, you guys. I want you guys to see what's going on with this right here, because this is crazy what's going on in Bangkok. This is like my 3rd time showing you guys this. I want you guys to see how the buildings is trembling. This is nuts over there. The buildings
if I put
are literally
acupuncture near me in online maps and I'm not in the top 3 results, my customers don't know that I exist.
Now, I don't think I'm going to be in the next skyscraper next to it videotaping that. That content right there, let me tell you something. I could do without this content. Let me tell you something. I would love to get more views. I would love to go viral, but ain't no way in the world I'm going to be standing in no other building like that with no camera. Ain't that many views in the world that important. Do you guys see these buildings right here? What's going on here? What y'all got to say about this real quick? Let me see. Let me see this real. Let me see what y'all got to say. Damn, are these new trimmers? DJ Mod says the denounced gender too. Wayne says no one grapes another. Queen says they're playing with the weather and it's backfiring. Uh-oh, Queen, do me a favor. You're somebody that should stay on the channel. I like people like you. I didn't know where it is. Where is this again? I am out, unsubbing. Okay, cool. Bye. Here we go. You can unsub all you want. This is in Bangkok, you guys. Bangkok building collapses in Myanmar. Earthquake, the most shocking video. Check this out. This has happened like 2 days ago. So I guess they got those forever pools at the end of this building or whatever like that, and the water's just constantly going over the edge of it because the tremors are shaking the entire tower. That's the crane. The building's coming down. They said they found over 1,600 people so far. Over 1,600 people they found deceased so far. And they're still trying to find more people. That's why I showed y'all this the other day and y'all was acting like y'all wasn't even interested. Hey, this really happened. This is not a movie. Yeah. It's not a movie. It's not a movie. I was showing you guys this the other day.
Rescue workers in Myanmar are digging.
And they were busy. I'm gonna let you see this too.
For survivors after an earthquake caused devastation in Mandalay and other cities. More than 1,000 people are known to have died so far across Myanmar. Almost 2,500 others have been injured, and the death toll is expected to rise significantly. The earthquake flattened many buildings in Myanmar's second largest city of Mandalay, and the military government quickly issued a rare appeal for international help. The US, EU and ASEAN have pledged support, and so has China. But relief efforts will be complicated by the continuing civil war. Rescue efforts are also continuing in the Thai capital, Bangkok, where the quake brought down a skyscraper that was under construction. These are the latest live pictures that we have there from Bangkok, where dozens of workers are missing following that collapse. But officials say they've detected at least 15 people alive under the rubble. At least 6 people have been killed, and heavy machinery is being used to dig through that wreckage there in Bangkok.
The problem is they can't get to the wreckage with the heavy machinery because of the roads and because all of the debris that's blocking them from getting there. So now what they got to do is try to surpass the debris just to get to those core areas, or try to clear out some of those areas to get to the areas where they're trying to get to those survivors at. We're gonna do a prayer right now for everyone in Myanmar, and we're gonna ask God to keep them in their hands and secure them. The ones that are trapped, hopefully they all get out very safely. The ones that have not made it, we want to pray for their souls as well as the families of everyone that we lost in this tragedy. We ask this in Jesus' name. Thank you. Amen. Want to keep on moving forward. Thank you, guys. And we want to say, what do you guys think what do you guys think about this? No, I want to see what you guys have to say about this. I want to see what you guys got to say about this. Thank you, Batty. Thank you, Frank. Because this is a very serious situation here. We got to pray for these people. Faith Discernment says, Queen Nina, with the direct energy weapons like Hawaii fires and Carolina tornadoes. That's right, you guys. Say amen. We're going to pray for these people. We are living in our last days, says Kendra Walker. Corruption and chaos. I pray everyone is prepared. That's right. What else we got here? We got DJ Mod. DARPA strikes again. We got Jack C. When earthquakes happen close to the ocean, what comes next? Oh, my God. Don't say it. Hippie says they have been known to test nukes in seismic faults. I think Alaska had to tell our government to stop doing that. And then there is fracking that always causes small quakes that can lead to big ones. I never knew that. Thank you so much for telling me about that. See, you learn something every day, and y'all wonder why I come here. I ain't the smartest, I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I always learn something from you guys, and I always appreciate it. Thank you so much for those comments, because I learned a lot in just reading that. So I want you guys to see right now, what do you guys think would happen if Donald Trump was to run against Obama? Out of nowhere. I just hit y'all with that one. Bang, right? Out of nowhere. What if Donald Trump had a chance to run for a third term, right? That means that Obama would be able to run for a third term, right? So what do you think about Trump against Obama? Who do you think would win? Who do you think Donald Trump said would win? We're gonna see what he had to say himself. What do you think Trump said if he had to go against Obama in the next 2028 against Obama?
Live now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Let's keep it moving with more of these top headlines. We're a little past the bottom of the hour. Live picture now at the White House. So we're going to move back to Washington. As you know, President Trump made some statements in an interview over the weekend with NBC News when asked about a possible third term that he might vie for. Well, a lot of people have been weighing in. This is what we call a talker in the news biz, even though some are alleging that, constitutionally speaking, this could not happen. Many of the president's detractors are describing this and his comments as fantastical, and they're describing it in a little more unseemly terms, but we're going to dive into this with a legal analyst. I know a lot of people are talking about this. We're going to pose some questions to you that you want answered about this, because President Trump seemingly keeping the door open, saying multiple times it's possible. We're looking at
Reporters on Air Force One.
So many people are saying, you've got to run again. They love the job window. Most importantly, they love the job window.
President Trump has previously speculated about running again at rallies and other events, though many saw those comments as a joke.
So what do you guys think? This is just a question. Ain't no big deal. Ain't nobody saying nothing about it. It's just some ramblings, as you see. Just want to know what you guys think. If it was possible, do you think that he could beat Obama? We got Jeremiah who says it would be a tight race, but unfortunately it would cause a lot of chaos. Okay, what we got here? Mad Hatter says Trump would steamroll over him. Obama could have done everything Trump has done. Obama only gave us pre-existing conditions, insurance coverage. That was the only good thing. What about he wanted to get voted in again, so he let that trans thing play in, Mad Hatter? Elizabeth Turner says Queen, who people? Okay, what else we got? I don't know what y'all talking about. I want to know what you got. Okay, this one is a follow-up. Faith discernment. Earthquakes in the ocean are called tsunami. There you go. A K-Bar says Trump. Jack C says exactly. Philip Riley says a millionaire or millionaire, NTY. Jack C, do y'all even know the Constitution? Biggest complainer, I can see how multiple nukes could relieve pressure on a fault line and allow subduction to occur easier. Wow. Trump would win hands down, says Lunchbox 1911. Cole Rose says Trump would welcome him. Queen Nina Starr says, who the F are you people? I don't know what you're talking about. Keep on going.
It will be the greatest honor of my life to serve not once, but twice, or 3 times, or 4 times.
The 22nd Amendment limits presidents to 2 4-year terms, which begins with no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. In his NBC interview, the president seemed undeterred, though, saying, quote, there are methods which he could do it. For now, the White House and President Trump say he's focused on his current agenda.
I don't want to talk about a third term now because...
Do me a favor, you guys. Again, we're at that moment. Need you guys to go ahead and like if you like the content. If you've been here over 5 minutes, I'm assuming that you appreciate the content. Do us a favor, hit that like button, hit those 3 dots over there, bing, bing, bing. Let that like come down, boom, and go ahead and like the content so we can let everybody know what we got going on over here. We got at least about 100 and something people in the building. Oh, what is it, 2:22 now? Let's go ahead and show our love to me. I've been there since 6 o'clock in the morning. As you guys know, we ain't worrying about the coffee because we got the coffee in the kitchen. But we would like to get those numbers up over 75. We're normally comfortable at 80. So let's try to get those numbers up to 80. I promise you I won't stop the clip anymore if 3 more people go ahead and hit that like button. Because again, we got a lot more to cover, you guys. Y'all always think it's over. Then y'all be like this, running away. And then guess what? Boom, another clip come. And y'all lose it. So guess what? Stick around because we got much more to go. Want you guys to also, if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're here every day, 6 o'clock until when? Until the clips are done. Until we finish doing what we got to do and finish in the show. Sometimes people leave, they come back. Sometimes they replay the entire show. But this is our show, our bottom line. I'm your host, BOOGOTTINYC. We do this every day. Do us a favor, we're trying to get those likes up, get more recognition for the channel to let everybody know what we do here. I want you guys to see the finalization, to hear the finalization of what he's saying about if he did go against Obama.
No matter how you look at it, we got a long time to go.
Amending the Constitution to abolish the 2-term limit would be a tall task, requiring a 2/3 vote of Congress or the states agreeing to call a constitutional convention. Then 3/4 of the states would need to agree to ratify the change. The only president to serve more than 2 terms was FDR, who served 4. The 22nd Amendment was ratified after his time in office. At the White House, Mala Rivera, Fox News.
They said if there's a will, there's a way. But I would have to say there's going to be major pushback if that was even a thought. Please, everything Trump tries to do right now, major pushback. He could be in the street giving out diamonds and people would be mad. What, only 1 carat? Oh, get this out of here. No matter what Trump do right now, a lot of people are not satisfied. And the sad part about it is they're ready to meet their unsatisfactory anger with all sorts of violence and crazy stuff. So y'all be careful out there, especially when y'all dealing with them crazy Tesla people that's breaking up people's cars and stuff. All right, let's get down to these comments right here. I want to see what you guys got to say about this content that we got. We got 92 likes. We appreciate you guys. Cole Boo, please read Elizabeth Turner. Comment. Okay. Oh, poor baby Trump. What else you got? Frank Vrooman says, seems like people love to hate him. Yeah, man, that's why I say the diamond scenario all the time, Frank. It's like no matter what he does, they just can't appreciate it. Jude Smash, literally, what has Trump done? That's what Jude says. What has he done? Queen says there's a love-hate relationship with Trump. And we've got Lunchbox 1911 that says, Elizabeth, I was one of many had to pay 1,200 penalties for 2 years in a row. Kendra Walker says, let's get at least 100 likes, please. Yes, that'd be a good idea. Money Tree, if necessary, if Nasara goes into effect, the U.S. will become a republic and he will be able to run again. Mad Hatter, it should be a 3-term limit for everyone who is elected, from president, judges, and all of Congress. Okay, that's what Mad Hatter says. You'd see a civil war next, question mark. Yes, you guys. That's what I'm talking about. Staying on topic, staying on comment, so that we got more stuff to talk about. And that's a very rounded conversation that we have in here. I love this. Darnell Dyson says, we don't love to hate anyone. His actions and handlings of our economy is why we're hating. What's the price of eggs again? Okay. Elizabeth Turner says, eggs in my area have gone down about $3 in the last 3 months or so. That's why, see, the answer to your question is right there. That's what I'm telling you about with these comments. You ask the question, and that's how we do the communication right there. Now, I want to know from you, because it's your turn. I want to know from you, it's your turn. I want to know, Darnell, so what's the egg prices where you're at? Because you might not be feeling the same way that she's feeling. Because in New York, it's still the same. That may be because of price gouging. It may be because of the taxes. Maybe because it costs more in your state or your city. But that could be the reason. So what's your prices looking like when it comes down to price to the price of eggs? He says it's $8.99 a dozen. The U.S. is a republic, and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, under God, indivisible. One nation, under God, indivisible. Y'all help me out with the rest. I forgot how it goes. Indivisible. I forgot the rest of it. I'm sorry. My 401 lost over. Wait a minute. Also, Darnell says my 401 lost over $6,000 in 2 months. Damn. DR troll and all. Darnell lives in a Democracy state, and that's why he pays more. Yeah, man. Democratic state, man. Yeah. Because they want to be all sanctuary and giving away stuff and resources. When you give away your resources and they get squeezed and then there's no more, resources count too. Y'all think that, oh no, just send them to school. Oh no, send them to the doctor. Now the doctor tired as hell. Now we got to get more doctors because we got more patients coming in. Or now go ahead and feed them. Come on, you got to be nice. You got to feed the people. And then next thing you know, the people that's really there only getting a little bit of food, or now we got to find where to get some more food from. Resources are still money. I used to tell my girlfriend this. Check this out. Check this out, y'all. Y'all ready to check this out? Perfect scenario. My ex-girlfriend. Tuesday. Can I have $30? Oh, of course. $30, you know. Wednesday. Can I get $20? Oh, of course. $20. Friday. Payday. Oh, can I get my allowance or $150? Whoa, 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 whoa. You do know I'm the same person, right? I'm the same person that you came to on Tuesday for the 30, that you came to for the 20. So guess what? We're gonna do a little deduction here. Wait a minute. No, yeah, that's how it go. Or you probably ain't getting nothing because we gotta pay some bills right now. You gotta understand you can't keep on taking from the same source and acting like you don't have to replenish. You can't. And other things have to be taken care of. Perfect scenario, ain't it, y'all? Didn't y'all like that one? What else we got? We got they buy high and luxury goods, says Ben Wynn. Jay Quell says, let me read the screen. Okay, go for it. What you got over here? You got pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. And I hope you guys are feeling patriotic right now because one of our establishments that have been in business for over 45 years. You guys thought I was wearing this color today for a reason? I am. Because today, all of the men of the United States of America and abroad that know of this company, we have to lower our heads. We're not going to speak too much why, but I have to announce that Hooters, yes, Hooters, guys, is filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Sad story in the news today. Probably the most... Guys, calm down. Calm down, guys. Calm down, guys. Yes, Hooters is filing for Chapter 11. You may want to go and show your support, help out a little bit, give a little bit of funding. Go have some wings. You know, stop in today. But yes, as you're about to see, the company that has served so many wings with the white tops and the orange shorts, they're filing for Chapter 11. That means that a lot of Hootettes are going to be out of work.
Restaurant chain is filing for bankruptcy. This time it's Hooters. Here's ABC's Lionel Moise.
This morning, Hooters is shifting away from its iconic skimpy waitress outfits and bikini days, instead opting for a family-friendly vibe. Facing nearly $400 million in debt.
What you talking about, Willis? They must be changing the name. How you gonna have a family-friendly vibe in Hooters? You gotta change the name. Unless you're gonna bring in an owl and change the name to Hooters with an owl and use his eyes. Wait, I ain't gonna get him no ideas for no marketing stuff. But come on now. Hooters, a family experience. Come on, y'all. What y'all got to say about this one? Let me see something. We need to know they did not spend money in uniforms for staff. Jack C says, I haven't been in a decade. Dee Dee, I got my own Hooter and I can make my own wings. Lunchbox 1911. Jude, I'm not your teacher, and it's too much to spread telling you. Joshua says they already did that. Natalie says they were so much better when we had wings that were $15 a dozen. Batty Lynn is dying laughing over there. Money Tree, they should have been closed. Nasty as Bologna says, let's see the cheeks. LMAO says Jack C. Mad Hatter's dying laughing. Natalie says, they surprisingly get families there. Laughing my butt off. Yo, hold on a minute. When I was eating meat, when I ate chicken, don't even try it, y'all. Those pterodactyl wings wasn't good, because those were some big wings at Hooters. Maybe it was because I used to go to Texas. I used to live in Texas. So when I lived in Texas, I used to frequent Hooters with a couple of my buddies, right? I went there for the scenery at first, but then when I started tasting like those wings, I'm like, yo, these wings is pretty good. So I'd be like, yo, let's go to Hooters to get some wings. And then, because you're never going to really see Hoots when you go to Hooters anymore, because after a while, it was all like DEI. You would see somebody in there with a chest like mine talking about, how can I help you at Hooters? Yeah, y'all already know. Everybody ain't have Hoots that worked at Hooters, so stop it. And the women, I know y'all don't like it, but I find it so funny. I got to be honest, because I notice how so many women just don't like Hooters, or when your boyfriends or your husbands talk about it, y'all go nuts about it. So I just love to see the responses about it, like how y'all just act when Hooters is brought up. Oh my God, you let a napkin be in your boyfriend's pocket that says Hooters on it when he get home. Oh my God. Talking about he went to Hooters for lunch with his boss. Yo, could y'all imagine that? Your wife go in your pocket, or you take out a napkin out your pocket to wipe your mouth, and it say Hooters on it, and your wife is like, you went where for lunch? Hold on a minute, y'all. Hold on a minute. What we got over here? Natalie says, we had a wing shortage in New York, and it hasn't been right since. Grim says, LMA off. Elizabeth Turner, never eaten there. I thought it was a place for men. Frank Ruman says, they all had tutors, though. Yeah, he said tutors. They ain't had no Hooters, but they had some tutors. Dee Dee, what you say, Dee Dee? It shot me down because too many people started leaving comments. Dee Dee, what you say? Wait a minute, I'm going to try to read Dee Dee comment. They just keep on coming in with more comments. I can't even get to it. Dee Dee said, Hooters lost me when they started letting guys dress like the girls. Oh my God. Oh yeah. They lost me when they started doing all that DEI stuff too, y'all. But like I said, the wings were good. The wings were really good.
The chain now filing for bankruptcy protection as it looks to sell its company-owned restaurants to two groups backed by the original founders.
Thanks to inflation and declining sales, we might have to say farewell to Hooters and instead dine at the next best body part-themed wing place, Buffalo Wild Butts.
Many restaurant chains have been struggling with rising costs and customers cutting back in the face of inflation. Red Lobster and TGI Fridays also filing for bankruptcy recently.
What we're hearing in general is that casual dining is really hurting because the customer is spending so much on daily necessities that they're not necessarily prioritizing a casual night of wings with friends or seafood. The restaurant industry is very much representative of the economy's health as a whole.
Prices at chain restaurants skyrocketed 42% in the last 5 years, nearly double the rate of inflation. As for the new version of Hooters, the original founders have some changes in store, telling Bloomberg, you go to some parts of the country and people say, oh, I could never go to Hooters, my wife would kill me, adding, that's depressing to us. We want to change that.
That's kind of like what I said when I be laughing about the wives going crazy, and then the person in the comments that says, I got my own Hoots and I can make my own wings. You're definitely not letting your husband go to Hooters. Y'all definitely not letting y'all husband go. Wait a minute, what we got over here? We got Lunchbox says, Jude besides sleep. Mad Hatter says, waiters eventually had extra Hooters. Grim R says, Uber and DoorDash might be the fault. Kendra says, most fast food is frozen. I buy the sauces and make my own. Ike Martin, Every restaurant filing for bankruptcy, food went down. Yeah, sucks, man. But think about it. The economy sucks. Supermarkets are very expensive, which means you can imagine the extra rates that restaurants are putting on their foods. So we can't be spending that much money like we normally do. A lot of people are just opting to stay home and eat their own cooking. Hey, you might as well come over to my crib. We have a barbecue or whatever like that. Not even that. Who the hell is that coming over here at dinner time? This damn food too expensive. Y'all got to come over here after we finish eating. Right about now, things are pretty bad, and it's not even a joke, it's not funny, but hopefully, again, today, tariffs, we're gonna see. We're right here again, you guys, how we've been for the last couple of months. We can survive for a few more days and see where we're gonna wind up. Hopefully everybody understands that. And again, we always have problems, but what do? We look at it like this. Problems present opportunities. We woke up the other day with a problem, but we still woke up. That means we have the time and the incentive to put towards solving that problem. Don't look at it in a negative manner. This is our bottom line. I want to thank you guys for being a part of the show. If you do feel like you like the show, this is going to be one of your last opportunities to hit those 3 dots over there, boop, and get that like button. Hit that like button to let everybody know the type of show that we are. Also, want to let you guys know that we've got a bunch of events coming up. The next one that we have that I'm promoting and is coming next month, the month of May, I finally got my distribution and I finally got the dates. So next couple of episodes, you guys are going to be hearing about the locations for Show Your Talent. If you have talent, if you're a singer, dancer, chef, artist, whatever you do as a talent, we're going to be having talent shows in the 5 boroughs of New York. That means you can come over, show me your talent, because I'm going to be the host. When we give you the locations, you guys come, show us your talent. If you win, $250 right there on the spot. And then once we do all of the boroughs, we do one major location where the last person will have the chance to win $1,000. That's right, y'all. So totally $1,250. This is going to be in the New York State area, and then we're going to replicate it throughout the states. This is Big Drip Hard Punch, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's the company that's sponsoring it, our liquor brand. If you guys are going to be in the 5 boroughs, please come on over. Like I said, I'm going to be hosting. After that, we're going to be replicating the same thing throughout the states, and we're going to be coming to your states and doing the same thing because we want to see talent, and we're trying to give back to the consumer instead of always saying, who's the rapper that's around with your brand? No. In our brand, the celebrity is the person that's buying it, the customer. So I like to give back and show talent to the people out there. So not only that, but of course, like I always tell you, today we've got about $550 worth of surveys in the description down below. Hit that description, open up those surveys, see if you could win the one for $500 or if you could win the other one for $250. If you do, send me a picture back letting me know that you actually made some money off of the surveys. Also, you guys, like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I totally appreciate you. We do this every single day here at Our Bottom Line. Hopefully you want to come on and subscribe to the channel so that more people will get on over here and get some fat on their brain. No, we don't just play clips. We have a phenomenal section where we all say our comments. We made a lot of friends over the last almost 200 episodes. At the end of next month will be our 200th episode. So do me a favor, you guys. This is going to be your last chance to subscribe to the channel. Well, you can subscribe at any time, but your last chance to like, share, and subscribe. Let everybody know what we got going on over here. I really appreciate the fact that you do spend your time in coming over here and hanging out with me. That's why I spend my time and take a lot of pride in finding those clips, paying attention to what I'm talking about, and delivering you the best that I can. Appreciate you guys. I want you to have a fantastic day. You have another day to thank God. You're above ground. We all gonna be happy. Take this energy. That's right. That's what we do. Positive energy. We share it. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Just to let you guys know, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love is love. 6 o'clock. Tune in. we're going to do it all over again.
Get him!
One. Peace.